It's 2:30 and this is the first coffee I've had today. I'm Professorvoqas and this is Harry Potter Wizards Unite.
Hello, Professor. I didn't see you there.
A much later start than I'm used to. I was not feeling well this morning. I feel good now. Well enough that I was like, I need my coffee for sure. So anyway, haven't put any distance on, obviously, since I really wasn't moving this morning. So that port key that I left yesterday at, I think it was at 0.7, maybe 6. It's at 0.8 now. So hasn't moved too much. So our goal is still going to be to try to walk out those port keys. I am down here. I was just here a couple days ago. I actually, Tuesday and Thursday, I'm actually find myself around Chapel Hill in Durham and streets of South Point in Durham, where I was here the other day. Oh my gosh, sprinklers just came on right next to me. I had to move very quickly because I'm actually parked in a spot near the kind of some of the landscaping, and they turned the sprinklers on. So it started hitting me, which I'm fine with, but it was hitting the camera and my phone. So anyway, I moved over just a little bit out of the way. So I just parked a second ago. We're getting ready to go into the mall, walk around. Definitely, it's a hotter day, so I want to use some of the AC, take advantage of that, and try to walk some of these things. But there were a couple things that happened yesterday that we never really went back to. The first one was because I leveled up the Calamity Essentials 3 tree, we actually unlocked that node, level 46, that in previous episodes I kept trying to talk about reaching. Then they changed to Trace Charm, so it didn't become as imperative. But here we are at it, level 46 node. Right below it, and it's got a red dot on it, is Cold Case. Trace Charm spell casts increase. I am 3 out of 3 right now. Well, excuse me, I have a maximum of 3. I don't think I actually have 3 stored up. So, Cold Case, 278 field guides and 74 ministry manuals, and it should increase it by 2. You should get 2 more after this. So I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade that. Nice. So let's back out and let's go to my Trace Charms. Yeah, there you go. I'm 1 out of 5 now. So I was 1 out of 3. So back down on the SOS tree. Now people had already verified in my comments and had told me a bunch of times that they had done it and everything, but it is nice always to have it on camera and have it recorded. So there you go. I was at 3, boom, I went to 5. So Cold Case, it will give you 2 Trace Charm slots, 2 more slots. So if you ever make it to 46, or if you're already there, Cold Case, that's what it does. Because all it says is it increases it, which, again, they really should just go through the whole wording of all these and go ahead and tell us what they're going to do instead of trying to make it subtle and have language that we're not quite sure what we're getting and then ask us to spend resources that are time-gated by events like Defense Against Dark Arts books, that type of thing. In this case, I know this isn't gated. It's only gated by leveling, which you can level at any pace you want. There's nothing holding you back from leveling. But there are plenty of other nodes that you have to spend resources on and you're not quite sure what you're getting, or they've just been worded terribly. So it would be one thing good to go through this. And honestly, you could put us, the community, at it. We could reword this stuff, I guarantee it, in a way that people would understand. So I'm curious, I looked a little bit, but what else that just opened up? So to the right of it is something else with the Trace Charm. It's Trace Charm Proficiency, which used to be awesome because it was like up your fragment count. But then they nerfed that, so now we're down to only 2 fragments, and everybody's at 2 fragments, essentially, that's gotten the Trace Charm. Trace Charm Proficiency goes up to 3, which just gets me some more wizarding experience and more family experience when I go to return foundables that have used the Trace Charm. So I'm not going to upgrade that now. I'm probably not going to upgrade anything right now. To the left of it, I think, is it's a whole bunch of ministry manuals and field guides to just get more high energy foods. So we're just going to back out of there. We may look a little deeper and see if it's worth it to pay that because it opens something further down the line. But for right now, we're cool. Ooh, I'm going to hit this high threat foundable before it goes away. Oh, look at that, a Chinese fireball. So as I fight this, the plan for right now, and I'm not going to have a lot of time, unfortunately, so I don't think I'll make a lot of progress today. In fact, I would argue that I thought I was going to get a lot more distance each day, and every day there seems to be a reason why I don't get as much distance as I want. So we're going to go ahead and finish fighting this, and then we're going to go ahead and start walking. And I'm going to put some Brufios on. So I'm focusing on experience gain. The eggs will definitely come along, but the experience gain is really, I am still trying to just keep leveling and leveling. I am trying to make it to 60, obviously, eventually. So put some Brufios on with all these dragons, with the Brufios, and getting those treasure trunks to get me 1,000 experience each because of SOS nodes. I think I can put a good healthy chunk. Ooh, two severe threats, 2 dragons right here. I think I can put a healthy chunk of experience down on my total. So let's get to it. Just finished up 1 3/4 Brufios because I do have somewhere to be in a little while, so I am going to be heading out. I picked up, I think I unlocked 4 port keys, just like the other yesterday's video. I kind of lost track, and I know it's in there in the footage because each one I definitely recorded, but I won't be able to look at that till I'm editing. But I'm talking to you right now, so I definitely did a little better on it. But I honestly, because I was on the Brufios, I definitely was stopping and returning foundables around me just to rack up that experience. So, and you know what? I didn't keep track of where I started, but I am at 114,000, about 114,000 out of 500,000. So I got a pretty good chunk of experience, I believe. The dragons definitely help. So let's head over to the registry. I see I have two dots. It's probably rank ups, most likely. Yeah, just 2 quick rank ups in mysterious artifacts and oddities, because honestly, on the way to the car, that's all I was catching is a bunch of those. You saw I got some umbrellas. I just make it a habit of recording all of them now. So I got a couple more umbrellas. I'm seeing them all the time now. It's crazy. But in the middle of that montage, you probably saw all those rank ups. It was just they had built up after a while. So I just was doing them just in case I got a trace charm, which you saw I did get a trace charm out of one of those rank ups. So pretty good in that way. That the rank ups, again, they give me 1,000 experience, so it's kind of a different way for me to think about foundables now, because I'll definitely go toward a family sometimes just so I can build them up quicker to get the rank up instead of going across the board. Definitely placed a lot of dragon images too. Ooh, this is one thing I wanted to do. One to do at least once per episode is I'm going to throw a trace charm on that dragon over there if it lets me. Oh my gosh, I tried to put it on. It wouldn't hold for some reason, and then when I tried again, it disappeared on me. Over at my dailies, I'm going to go ahead and collect the walk 0.25 kilometers. I've used my greenhouse charm. I've used the in-house charm a couple times, and I'm only 1 out of 5 on my trace charm. So getting it now, it's not like those other 3 slots are going to be full, especially because I'm not really going to be grinding the rest of the day or anything like that. All right, I am leaving here, but we are not done yet. We're actually going to head home, and when I get home, I actually want to run some fortresses and see if I can get some Legends of Hogwarts foundables, which are some of the hardest to get, but we're going to run a whole bunch. As you can see, I was able to get that 1 port key finished, and I'm on my next port key, and I'm at 0.8 out of 1 kilometer. That's for the Peruvian. And then you can see I only have a Chinese fireball now, and then everything else is blue and green, slowly amassing more of those, because I do need more of those to try to get those pages over to bronze. We are going to run some Legends of Hogwarts night bus visits, because there's a lot of foundables. I need all the foundables from the fortress. I'm lacking in them. The room requirement 1 actually doesn't have any on that page. Those are all wild spawns. On the next page, it's the Half-Blood Prince's copy of Advanced Potion Making, although I'm missing Harry Potter, so I'm 0 out of 10 on him, and I don't see him ever. So that I'm not as concerned about. I'm 5 out of 14, but I might as well build it up so that if I ever do see Harry or an event happens, I'll kind of be ready. On the chest chamber, it's the Queen and then the Flying Key. Again, both of those I've built up a little bit. I think I'm 9 out of 14 on the Queen. Is that it? Yeah, 9 out of 14. Nice. But I'm 0 out of 5 on Dumbledore and 3 out of 10 on Hermione, and I don't see them very often either, so it's not going to be a huge rush there. But as we get down to room of requirement 5, on this page, I still need Fred and George, 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10, respectively. And I'm 5 out of 14 on the Dumbledore's Army sign-up sheet, which is the Fortress Foundable. But I see those two, I say fairly often. I see them enough that I know I'm going to get those guys up to 10. So I'd really like to get more of that so that I can prestige this page when I hit those guys enough times. And then this page for sure. Parvati and Harry, I need 1 more. I'm 9 out of 10, and that'll green star everything on this page. except the Yule Ball is 2 out of 14, so I need 12 of those. And then last but not least, Hogwarts Grounds. I'm green starred on all the Marauders, but 0 out of 14 on the unfinished Marauders map, so I've got a little ways to go there. So today, we are going to run it. We're not going to make it that far. I'm not going until I get 14 fragments of the unfinished Marauders map. I'm really just showing you something that I do every night. Oftentimes, it's when I'm rendering the video for the next day. But what I'll do while it's rendering, or sometimes it's if I'm done, I might still do this, is just trying to chip away at these totals, because trying to get 14 Marauders maps at one time, unfinished Marauders maps at one time, that would be a huge task. You'd have to play for a long time, and it would eat up a lot of energy, potentially. So really, it's me just trying to chip away, just hoping to get 2 or 3 of a couple things, and then just try it the next night and the next night and chip away. But how I go about it will change based on how much energy I have. If I have energy, I'm still usually sticking at Ruins 5 or Tower 1, and running through, because it still uses some energy, but not a ton. But if I'm running 10 fortresses, it's going to eat up maybe 50, 60 energy. It kind of just depends what foes I'm getting. And do I feel like waiting for Deterioration Hex to do its job and do damage to it, or do I want to just use energy and just knock them out? If I don't have energy, then I'm usually in Ruins 2 or 3, and running Deterioration Hex, Professor, and then now it takes a lot longer because I'm never even hitting them. I'm always just doing Protego and letting them take damage, which is 40 at a time, which can take a long time just to do one fortress. Anyway, let's go ahead and run like 6 to 9 fortresses. I'll probably use like level 2 or 3 Runestones on this, and let's just see what we get. Oh, nice. While I was running those fortresses, apparently in those fortresses I must have walked 0.2 kilometers, even though I've been sitting in the seat the whole time. Hey, I'll take it. So anyway, let's go to port keys. So sweet. So I'm just going to move it on down to the next one. So we have 2 to open when I put a Rufios on. It'll probably be in next session. Next session I'll actually put a Rufios and do it. There is a green there, so if I opened one, I could pick that up right now. But I've seen enough greens and blues. I'm not worried about being able to pick up the right port key. That doesn't seem to be a real problem. It's me just getting out and walking enough to get these unlocked. Anyway, went ahead and did 9 fortresses. You saw at least the end result of all 9. But just to summarize, I started at 230 energy and I ended up at 188 energy. So I ended up using, 42 energy? 30 and 12, yeah. 42 energy it took me to run 9 fortresses. I ran Ruins 5 twice, and then 7 times I ran Tower 1. I was trying to do Tower 1 the whole time, but whenever there was somebody in Tower 1, I went over to Ruins 5. I think one time there was 1 person in there, and another time there was 2 people. And again, not that I'm against playing with other people, but when I'm doing something like this, I want to do it solo, and I'm just trying to burn through quickly. And so the crazy thing is, out of 9 times, I feel like I got a higher percentage than would normally be gotten, because I only got nothing 2 times. And when I say nothing, I didn't get nothing. I definitely, of course, got the challenge foundables. When I say nothing, I mean nothing from the family. And, I was using level 3 Runestones every time. I have no level 1s or 2s, but I had like 26 level 3 Runestones for Legends of Hogwarts, so I was just kind of burning through those. But anyway, 7 times I got family foundables out of 9 times. So I feel like that's a pretty good rate. I was pretty happy with it. So of the 7 things that I got, 6 of them were things I had said I was kind of hoping to get. So I got 2 of the Dumbledore's Army sign-up sheet. I actually got 4 Yule Ball programs, which is crazy, just to get that many. Although they come in spurts sometimes like this. And then I got 1 Half-Blood Prince Advanced Potion Making, which wasn't something I was specifically after. And then, of course, the one thing that's like ready to be prestige and all I need is the Fortress Foundable is the unfinished Marauders map, and I didn't get any of those. So it's RNG. But I'm pretty happy with what I got. The amount I got, and that I happened to get at least 4 of that Yule Ball program is really useful to me. So anyway, that was just a quick running 9 at that level, how much energy it took me. It does take, I feel like Professors, it takes a little bit longer hit-wise. And using that 42 energy, I was always attacking when I could. Even when I could have maybe done a couple Protegos in a row and not done an attack, I just did it anyway. I wanted to see how much energy it took me if I was just straight up attacking at it. Although I did finish some foes off by using Protego because they were 40 or less, and it was their turn to attack, so I just Protegoed and then they died. Let's head over to the registry. I do have it's probably a rank up for Legends of Hogwarts, I imagine, since I just ran a whole bunch. Nice. And I have gained a little more experience, so I'm actually at 126,000 out of 500,000, so I've made it about a quarter of the way to level 47, which level 47 doesn't get you anything particular, it's just one level higher. But I'm making pretty decent progress there. Getting back to the Dragon event and port keys, based on my current progress and that I think I can actually do a little bit better kilometer-wise. I'm definitely feeling like I can get both pages to bronze, and then I should be able to get my home page, meaning the one with the Peruvian on it. I feel like I can get that one to silver. Not sure about the other page, because it is a lot. This may also require me going ahead and getting the 10 pack of keys for 720 gold, because I do have like 800 gold that I have no other thing to really purchase except for that. I have nothing else I want to spend it on, nor can I think of in the future that I would spend it on except for something like this. So I'll probably get 10 keys, and hoping to at least, if I can get within striking distance, then even at the end, if I'm able to just fill up with port keys right at the end and have those ready. It might not even be when the event's happening, it might be afterwards as I walk the rest of those port keys out, because I won't be in a rush at that point. Once the event's over, just walk out the ones you've got and just try to get up to those fragment totals, especially being able to target the ones you want. So I'll just look at exactly what I need and try to get there. That is going to do it for today's episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Nox.